Hi everyone, it's Sandy and I am back with another weekly reading vlog. Today is Monday, it's October 1st, happy 1st of the month. It's hard to believe that it's October, and it's also hard to believe that it's been over a month since the semester started. I've just been so busy with school lately, but a book that I did start over the weekend is What If It's Us by Silvera and Becky Albertalli. This book is coming out sometime this month. I believe it's probably next Tuesday. I could be wrong, but I know it's coming out sometime in October, so I wanted to go ahead and start reading it. What I know about this book is that it follows two boys, Arthur and Ben. They have this very meet cute moment at a post office, but then they get separated and they don't have each other's contact information. The story does take place in New York City, so a part of the story is them trying to find each other. And then I think that once they do finally find each other, there are like signs that maybe they shouldn't have found each other in the first place. So the story explores their relationship. I'm really excited to read it because I loved Silvera's books and I love Becky Albertalli's books, so I'm really looking forward to reading a book that they wrote together. Also, in case you didn't know, the title of this book is inspired by Dear Evan Hansen, and on the very first page of the story there's a Dear Evan Hansen reference, and that just made my heart really happy. I'm going to leave my house kind of early so I can get to school early, and then I hope to start reading some of this book while I wait for class to begin. My first class starts at 9:20 and it's a math class, so that's not super fun, but it's only 50 minutes, so it's not too bad. Yesterday I actually finished listening to an audiobook, so I immediately started searching for a new one, and I found The Trials of Apollo by Rick Riodan. I've had this book on my TBR for a really long time, and so when I found that it was available on audiobook, I decided to check it out, and I'm going to start listening to it while I drive to school. I've been listening to a lot of audiobooks lately. I really haven't been reading a lot of physical books. I've mostly been relying on audiobooks. Thank God for audiobooks, and particularly thank God for the library that has audiobooks available, because if it weren't for the library and for audiobooks, I would barely be reading one book a month. I'm going to start driving to school, and I will talk to y'all later. It's almost 3 p.m. I am whispering because I am in a building where students go to study, and I am the 3rd floor of this building, which is a completely silent area, but I booked a room on this floor so that I could study by myself and not have any distraction. It feels like I'm making an ASMR video. My next class isn't until 4:15, so I do have some time to kill, and so right now I'm just doing homework. It's 7:22 p.m. now. I'm finally home from classes. I didn't really vlog that much during the day just because I was in class and I had homework to do and all of that. And also I don't live on campus, so I can't really just go home and vlog in private. I'm usually in public with a bunch of people, and I don't want to just whip out a camera and start vlogging while everyone's staring at me, because I'm just not that comfortable with vlogging in public yet. Mondays are usually my busiest days because I had 4 classes. The first class was math, my second class was healthcare ethics, my third class was counseling, and then my 4th class was mental illness and crime. In case you didn't know, I am a psychology and criminal justice major and I love it. I'm also a senior, so I'm going to be graduating in May, which I'm really excited about, but also kind of scary because I don't know what's in store for me in the future. Still figuring things out. So did I read anything from What If It's Us today? Nope. I was going to read a little bit of this book when I got to school because usually I have time to kill, but it ended up taking me longer to drive to school than usual. So by the time that I got to school, I had like 5 minutes before I had to head to class, so I didn't even bother trying to read within those 5 minutes. I'm tired of holding this camera, so I'm going to sit my butt right down on the floor. So an update on the audiobook of The Hidden Oracle. I keep calling the first book Trials of Apollo because that's the name of the series, and the size of the text is much bigger than the actual title, which is right there all the way at the bottom. So every time I talk about this book, I always call it The Trials of Apollo. But yes, I do know that the title of this book is The Hidden Oracle. It's the first book in the Trials of Apollo series. I don't quite know how many books are going to be in the series. I don't know if it's a trilogy or a series. I know that there's at least 3 books out in the series. I'm about an hour into the audiobook and I'm loving it so far. I think Apollo is the most hilarious character ever. I think listening to the audiobook is really great because you can really like sense Apollo's humor through the narrator. I also never talked about what the this book is about. It basically follows the god Apollo, who has been punished by Zeus, and because of this punishment he has to live on Earth as a mortal. That's all I know about the plot so far, but I just got to a scene where he finds Percy Jackson, and that just makes me really happy because I love Percy Jackson and I love seeing him in other series written by Rick Riodan, so that's just a really cool thing. So my plans for the rest of the night is to take a shower and then get into my PJs, get all comfy, and continue reading What If It's Us. Good morning everyone, it is now Tuesday, it's about 6:40 a.m. Yes, it is incredibly early, but I usually wake up early on Tuesdays and Thursdays because I have an internship that's from 9 to 5 p.m. and usually it takes me like an hour to head to my internship, so I like to leave my house early to try to avoid a little bit of the rush hour. Usually I get to my internship like 45 minutes early, which sounds kind of like, why are you doing that to yourself? Why are you waking up so early just to get there so early? I just don't like being late, so the earlier that I get to my internship, the more time that I have to either take a nap in my car or to just get some reading done, which is nice because I just rather leave my house early than leave my house a little bit later. That's just kind of stressful, especially when you're commuting an hour. If it was like a 20-minute drive, no big deal, but like an hour commute, sometimes even longer, sucks. So last night I got to page 133 of What If It's Us. I am enjoying the story so far, but I'm not hooked yet, and I'm constantly confusing the two main characters. Sometimes I think I'm reading in Arthur's perspective, but it turns out it's Ben, or vice versa. But last night I pretty much stopped when the story started to pick up a little bit more. I'm really looking forward to seeing Arthur and Ben find each other again and seeing where the story goes from there. So that's pretty much my update for now. I'm going to head out of my house pretty soon. I'll listen to the Hidden Oracle on my way to my internship. I usually do try to nap in my car before my internship starts. I park in a parking garage, and usually with all the cars that's coming in, the parking garage kind of like shakes a little bit and it feels nice. For some reason it helps me sleep, but I'm going to try to be a little bit more productive today and try to read from What If It's Us once I get to my internship. So that's my morning update, and I'll talk to y'all later. It's 8 a.m. I just arrived at my internship, so I have like 45 minutes to kill before I head in. So I'm going to continue reading What If It's Us for a little bit. One of the best decisions I made is to leave a pillow in my car because it just makes lying down in my car so much more comfortable. I really love Arthur and Ben's parents. I just love how supportive they are. Arthur and Ben are finally going on a first date, and I just really loved how their parents are reacting to all of it. I think it's great, and it's nice to see parents actually involved in a YA contemporary book. It's about 4:30 p.m. I got out of my internship a little bit early, which is pretty nice, so I'm going to head home. I have about a 1-hour commute ahead of me, and I'm really excited to continue listening to the Hidden Oracle. I feel like it's been a while since I've been like super excited to continue listening to an audiobook, so I guess that's a sign that I'm really enjoying the audiobook so far. I feel like with Rick Riodan's books, there's always something going on, and that's always keeping me really engaged with the story. And plus it helps that the characters are very fun to read about. Also, it's super nice to see Will and Nico together in this book because I was definitely shipping them. I believe Rick Riordan hinted them being together at the very end of the Percy Jackson series, so I think that's super nice that now that they're older, they're actually together and in a relationship, and it's just really cute. It is definitely weird at the fact that Apollo's in a 16-year-old mortal body and he's seeing his son who's around the same age as him. I think that's just kind of a weird dynamic, but I'm really excited to continue listening to the audiobook. It's currently 6:42 p.m. I just had dinner and I'm going to get started on some homework. Basically for today, I just need to write a journal entry for my internship since that's part of the requirement, and then I want to try to get some reading done for my healthcare ethics class. That's pretty much all the homework that I want to be doing tonight. It's 8:50 p.m. now. now I finished doing my homework and I'm all ready for bed. I'm going to finally continue reading What If It's Us. I am currently 173 pages into the book, so I'm a little bit almost halfway through. I don't have anything new to add about the book, but before I get into the book, I wanted to give a quick update about where I'm at with the Hidden Oracle. I'm actually almost 5 hours into the audiobook for the Hidden Oracle, and I started it yesterday. I'm very surprised how far I got into it. I know I already talked about how much I'm enjoying this book, but I am really enjoying it and I'm really loving it. It does help having a 2-hour commute today, so I was able to get through a good chunk of the audiobook. But now I'm curious what Arthur and Ben are up to, so I'm going to continue reading What If It's Us and find out. I just finished reading chapter 20 of this book, and I think it's my favorite chapter in the book so far just because of how cute Arthur and Ben are. I just really love the conversation that they're having in this particular chapter. I think it's really fun and I think it's really cute. The Hamilton references are making me emotional. Good morning. It is now Wednesday. It's 7:46 a.m. I have some time to kill before I head out for classes for the day, but to update you all on What If It's Us, I'm currently on chapter 21, which is page 244. I'm really liking where Arthur and Ben's relationship is going. I do like both of their characters. I think I like Arthur's character more than I like Ben's character personally. It's about 3:15 p.m. I just got home from classes. I had 3 classes today. My last class actually ended at 1:25. I originally wanted to stay on campus for a little bit so that I could eat lunch and get some homework done, just because like being on campus, I feel like I'm more productive. But instead, I just ended up eating lunch and then going to Potbelly's for an Oreo shake with my friend. And then we spontaneously got flu shots because my school was actually giving out free flu shots, so we thought we might as well take advantage of that. So other than classes, that's what I've been up to today. But since I'm actually home early from classes, I'm going to try to start editing this vlog because reading vlogs are such a nightmare to edit. They always take me forever to edit, so I wanted to get a little bit of a head start so that you don't see this vlog like a month later. So I started doing my math homework. I'm 3 questions in and I just realized that I'm doing the wrong problem. Basically, each chapter has a skills check section and then an exercise section for problems, and I was doing the skills check questions when I should be doing the exercise questions. So now I gotta start all over. It's about 9:22 p.m. and I'm currently on page 383 of What If It's Us. There was definitely a point in the story where things were kind of falling apart and things went downhill, but not necessarily in a bad way. Every YA contemporary book, or like with most books, there's a point in the story where things just go wrong, and that is what happened in this book. But now everything is starting to get resolved and things are looking really happy. But I have about 60 pages left and I'm kind of nervous because, as some of you may know, Becky's books typically have a pretty happy ending while Adam's books are kind of more on the sad side. So I have no idea how this story is going to end and I'm kind of nervous about that. I'm actually gonna go to bed pretty soon because I have my internship tomorrow and I wake up like at 5:45 a.m. for that, so that's really early and I should probably get some sleep. So that's my update for the night. I'll talk to y'all tomorrow. It's almost 6:50 a.m. I'm about to leave my house for my internship in like 10 minutes, but I am hoping that I'm going to finish What If It's Us today. I think I can do it because I have like 40 pages left. I just got to the epilogue and it gives you a time frame of how much time has passed, and I don't know if I'm ready for it. I'm feeling a little bit emotional. I just finished What If It's Us and I want to say that I really liked the ending. Obviously I'm not going to give any spoilers, but I thought it was a really satisfying ending. Overall, I think I'm going to give this book a 4 out of 5 stars. I'll definitely talk more about it in my October wrap up. So yay for finishing my first book of the week. To give an update on the Hidden Oracle, I have about 3 hours and 15 minutes left. I definitely won't be finishing the audiobook today, but hopefully by maybe tomorrow or Saturday I'll get it done. I have about 15 minutes before I head in for my internship, so for now I think I'm going to listen to some Dear Evan Hansen just because this book is giving me all the feels and I need to listen to Dear Evan Hansen to cope with those feels. Particularly I'm going to listen to Only Us because the title of the book is inspired by that song.
So what if it's us? What if it's us and only us? And what came before
I'm done with my internship and I'm doing a spontaneous thing with my friend where we're just gonna go get dinner last minute. I was originally gonna make plans with my friend to meet with her tomorrow because tomorrow's Friday night, but instead she texted me while I was at my internship and asked if I wanted to hang out. Since I don't have any exams tomorrow or any major homework assignments due, I figured that I might as well hang out with my friend since I always love hanging out with her. The plan is to go to Chinatown, grab dinner, and get boba, so I'm really excited for that because I was originally just gonna go home and maybe get some readings done, but now I'll have some sort of an exciting Thursday night. It's 9:38 p.m. now. I pretty much got home around 9. As you can see, my hair is wet because I just finished taking a shower, but on the way home from hanging out with my friends, I got stuck in the worst traffic that I've never been before on my way home from Chinatown since living in Chicago my entire life. Basically, within 45 minutes, I only drove 2 blocks. We were stuck on one block for like 25 minutes, and then on the second block we were stuck there for another 20 minutes. So it ended up taking me about an hour and 45 minutes to get home when it should have only taken like 30-40 minutes. As soon as I got home, I realized I actually do have an assignment due tomorrow, and that's a report for my internship. I'm supposed to send in a report to my professor every 2 weeks, and it's been 2 weeks since my last report, so now I gotta type up a report to send to my professor. Also, I totally did not vlog at all when I was hanging out with my friends because they aren't very comfortable on camera, so I didn't want to force that on them. But I definitely had a good time with my friends, and it's always nice hanging out with them. Good morning, everyone. It is 7:43 a.m. and it's finally Friday, so yay for the weekend almost starting. Since I finished What If It's Us yesterday, I need to pick a new physical book to read. So this shelf over here is my unread books, except for Furyborn and the Diabolic. I read those 2 books recently, but I'm leaning towards The Cruel Prince. I don't know if I'm in the mood for it yet, but this is definitely an option. I also have a bunch of arcs on this shelf that I haven't read yet, but these are more of the newer ones. So I am also leaning towards the 7.5 Deaths of Evelyn Hardcastle. I think I might do The Cruel Prince. Kind of nervous about this because I didn't like Holly Black's previous 2 books, so I don't know, and everyone seems to love The Cruel Prince, but also everyone also seemed to love Holly Black's 2 other books, so I'm very hesitant to go into this book because I'm scared that I won't like it, but I think I'm gonna give it a try. I definitely won't be finishing this book before the weekend ends, but I'm hoping that I'll start it tonight. As for Trials of Apollo, I still have about 3 hours left. I didn't get to listen to much of the audiobook yesterday on my way home. Despite the traffic, I was driving my friend home, so I wasn't gonna make her listen to an audiobook. I'm still hoping that I can finish the audiobook before the weekend ends. Today I have 3 classes. My last class ends at 1:25, and my plan is to just go straight home after class just so I can get some stuff done. I feel like I have so much to do, so I really need to get my shit together. Good morning, everyone. It is now Saturday and it's 8:59 a.m. I didn't vlog anything last night after I got home from class. I was mostly just doing homework and then I had to run a couple errands, but I did end up finishing the audiobook for The Hidden Oracle. I loved it. I think I'm going to give it a 4.5 out of 5 stars. I thought the book was just so enjoyable, so much fun. It was very engaging with all the action scenes. I just really loved it and I can't wait to continue on with the series. So that means I finished 2 books so far this week, and I doubt I'll be able to finish another book. I've been up since like 7:30 because I had to make breakfast for my family, but today is going to be a filming day for me. I only have plans to film 1 video because I just haven't had time to really think about videos to film, and the video that I'm filming is my September wrap-up. I feel like lately all I'm doing are filming wrap-ups and reading vlogs, so I apologize for not having super exciting content. I did pre-film a couple videos during the summer, but I just haven't gotten around to editing it yet, but this is pretty much the only time that I have to film my September wrap-up. Even though I have homework, I don't have to go to work today, so this is the perfect opportunity to be filming. So now I'm going to go ahead and get ready to start filming, and I'll talk to y'all later. I just remembered that my hold on the audiobook for Stalking Jack the Ripper came in, so I'm going to play that audiobook while I get ready.
Hachette Audio presents Stalking Jack the Ripper.
I have finished filming my September wrap-up, and so now begins the not so fun part of editing. I wish I had the money to pay someone to edit my videos, but at the same time I can't stand the idea of someone watching my raw footage of me constantly making mistakes when speaking. I really hate editing because my videos are always super long with raw footage because I'm constantly messing up when I speak. So I'm hoping that I can get through editing the whole video today and maybe post it tomorrow. It's 1:18 p.m. right now. I finished editing my my video. I'm currently uploading it so I can schedule for it to post tomorrow. I have been doing homework for a couple hours. I think I'm going to take a break from doing homework for now. I plan on continuing doing some of that tomorrow. Other than the audiobook that I started earlier today, I still haven't picked up a book to read yet. For now, I definitely want to take off my makeup, go take a shower, and then pick a book to read for a little bit. It's currently 7:16. As an update on my audiobook of Stalking Jack the Ripper, I'm currently a little bit over 2 hours into the audiobook. I definitely listened to a good chunk of it while I was getting ready to film. Then as I was showering and cooking throughout the day, I was listening to the audiobook as well. I'm setting my camera down because I realized that I didn't talk about what Stalking Jack the Ripper is about. This book is based off the murders of Jack the Ripper, and it follows a 17-year-old girl named Audrey, and she's secretly working in her uncle's lab studying forensic medicine. Lately, there are a lot of murders going on, and because her uncle performs autopsies, Audrey is kind of sucked into this investigation of a serial killer. I think the book has a bit of a slow start. I do like the book so far, and I like that it revolves around a serial killer. I also really like Audrey's character. The book does take place in a time period where women are really oppressed, and so because of that, Audrey isn't supposed to be doing what she's doing, and it's kind of looked down upon. But I really love that she stands up for herself and that she resists against all this oppression. So far, this book does have major insta lust. There's a character named Thomas that has been introduced, and you definitely see these two characters being attracted to one another. I've heard really great things about the romance between these two from other booktubers, so I'm definitely looking forward to seeing their relationship develop. But now that I finished some homework, I can relax for the night, so I'm going to finally pick up The Cruel Prince by Holly Black. I am a little bit nervous to get into this book because a lot of people seem to really love it, and I didn't really enjoy Holly Black's two previous books, so I'm not sure if it's just Holly Black's writing style that doesn't work for me. But hopefully I go into this book and I end up enjoying it a lot more than I expect to. I just finished the prologue, and wow, that was a really great prologue. I'm definitely already hooked into this book, and I can't wait to learn more about this world and about the characters. Good morning, everyone. It is now Sunday. It is 9:33 a.m. I just had breakfast. I had a bit of a later start to the day. I woke up around 8 a.m., but I was still feeling pretty tired, so I decided to just stay in bed for a little bit. Now that I have breakfast, I'm ready to start the day, but I do have homework to do, so that's not fun. But I definitely need to get started on that because I work tonight at 3, so I won't have time to do homework later on throughout the day. So unfortunately, I probably won't get a lot of reading done today, and today's also the last day of the weekly reading vlog. So I'm here on a video call with Ned, aka Kevin from Irish Reader. We just filmed something exciting. Do you want to give a little tease? Well, there's the letterboard back there, so stay tuned for that. Bye! Hi everyone, so it's now 10:48 p.m. I pretty much just got home from work. I'm in my pajamas now and I'm about to get ready for bed. I really didn't vlog much today or yesterday. I just had a pretty busy weekend trying to catch up with booktube and catch up with schoolwork. For The Cruel Prince, I read up to like chapter 4 last night, and that's like page 23-ish. So I really didn't read much last night and I read nothing today. For Stalking Jack the Ripper though, I did get through a good chunk of the audiobook. I'm actually a little bit over 4 hours into the audiobook, which I am pretty surprised about because that's almost halfway through, and I really don't know how to feel about the book so far. Pretty much everything about the book has been a blur. I don't know if it's because I wasn't paying attention, but I don't know, I just feel like not a lot is happening. So to wrap up the vlog, I finished 2 books. The first one was What If It's Us by Becky Albertalli and Silvera. I would give this a 4 out of 5 stars. And then I also finished The Hidden Oracle by Rick Riodan, and I would give that book a 4.5 out of 5 stars. And then, like I just said, I'm about halfway through Stalking Jack the Ripper by Carrie Maniscalco, and I'm like 20 pages into The Cruel Prince by Holly Black. Since it's getting kind of late, I don't think I'm going to continue reading from The Cruel Prince tonight. I'll definitely try tomorrow. I also work tomorrow, so I probably won't get a lot of reading done because I still have a lot of homework to do. This weekend is actually supposed to be my fall break, but it really isn't much of a break because I'm just busy working, doing homework, and that just kind of sucks. But overall, I think I had a pretty good week. I hope you all enjoyed this vlog. Thank you so much for watching. If you read any of the books that I mentioned, please let me know your thoughts in the comments below, and I will see you next time. Bye!